Hello everyone, this video is going to be about fitting a water pump with a pressurized system, self-clean or spin clean. The pump that I have at the moment is a 1400 that came with the territory when we bought the house, and that's the measly little flow getting stuck there, and obviously everything is turning green. So after many research, websites and what have you, I decided to go for an allpond solution. This is the pressurized unit, which the bane of it is actually digging a hole that's 2 meters away from the pond, which I thought was going to take me ages, but it took less than 10 minutes. So you got the hole there, went down to clay, which is about 2 foot so far, 60 centimeters or what have you, 2 meters away from the actual pond, and it comes with the deal contained a pump that's 8,000 liters. So basically I'm going to fit it here in the next few minutes and then change that tubing there, and I have a large black one which you'll see much bigger than this, 1/4 of an inch or so, and hopefully put this back and make it aesthetically look good, and obviously channel it down from here. All the wirings are connected to, in preparation, a 4-way unit with a circuit breaker at the end. So I'm just going to disconnect the old pump and tubing, and I'm going to leave it in place, and all I'm going to do is connect the new UV light, which will hopefully get rid of all the green stuff, and the other one is for the water pump. So I'm doing this alone, so I'll take videos as I go along. Part 2. Just dug the trench for the tube. This is the allpond pump, which is Aqua Eco 8000. It's quite a handy one. I quite like it because it's got a handle to lift it in the middle of the water or in the middle of the pond, so you don't pull from the wire or whatever. It comes with all the connections, which are adjustable and bendable. I'll show you in a minute. 2 meter wire. The good thing about the deal from allpond Solutions is that it comes with this and three clips, which is exactly what I need. So now, so far from the last one, I uncovered the old pipe, which I'm going to leave there anyway. I've dug this all the way through and measured this. Sits nicely, a bit proud, which is exactly what I wanted to. We can clean the filter every couple of years. Obviously it's got the handle to clean it anyway, but every couple of years I need to take the sponges off. And now once I bury it in, and then after that I will dig this up so I don't just drop everything in there and do that. So nearly there, and the electrical connections. Small tip, I know this looks miserable at the moment and it's quite messy. It's just we had a windy day and rain from God knows where, Spain or something. Small tip, as the waterfall is there, it's recommended that the pump should be placed either in the middle or the far end, so you get a bit of a flow from here to there. So I'm going to place it in the middle because the lily plant is this side and the other plant is the other side. Oh look, that's fallen again. I need to stand it up. I measured the tubing, so what's lying in the water, I left it there on purpose because I just measured it to go to the end. My goodness, starting to rain again. And then I'm going to bury it. Another nice tip is I didn't cut all the roots out, I just severed them one end, and thankfully it's smart because it's going to act as a hook to hold the tubing down. I'm just going to channel it through. Needless to say, we had another heavy duty shower, so that kind of delayed things. Well, so far everything is in place. I am just about to bury it in place. Don't want to take it any deeper than that because the you can obviously get it flush, but this area of the garden is well secluded, and nobody goes back there. So I decided to leave it exposed by this much, and I'm going to cover it with something. It's just that the clasp is there. That's the one you need to undo to replace the sponges, this and the other, so I'm going to leave it up there. So now that this is buried nicely, I'm just going to cut the hose, connect, and then dig another trench for this one, and off we go. Couple of little tips. This is obviously for beginners because I'm an amateur. Don't forget the rubber, which sits in there. It comes already supplied. And the other thing is the clasp, or this, tends to sit in the groove perfectly, so just make sure it sits there properly before you fit it on and tighten it. And another thing I learned from playing with electrical equipment is never tighten anything to the end until you've actually fitted everything, in case you have to maneuver or push anything. This is still mobile, by the way, so I can still turn it around. I haven't pushed the mud hard enough. And finally, it comes with a very convenient tap for the final bit. There are some other makes that don't come with this tap, and sometimes you can get a leak, but this is a half circle tap which works perfectly. I can't do this with one hand, so the usual point of make sure you disconnect everything. So disconnect it, because I'm going to change it. This is another story actually, because the wiring for this had to be placed in actually the holes there that went under the slabs. And then I took the wiring off on the back there, all around there. This is the area that's hopefully nobody will go into, and into the back there. Now, final stages, I've disconnected it, so I'm just going to connect the electrical wiring. Well, for the pond, I had to get this, which is what they were in fishing, just to sit in it and do what I want. I finished all the electrics, now I just need to connect the pump. I've got the cables and everything, and this is from the car boot sale. Cost me like £7. These long gloves from Screwfix, which cost about £5 or something, and I'll dive in. This is the next morning, which was day 1. It's still not very clear, so I'm going to take a video on day 7 to compare the extra use of ultraviolet light. This is working fairly well. Need a bit of adjustment there to make it look better. I'll do that over the weekend, but it seems to be filling very well. The water still brownish green. This is okay. Plenty of tadpoles. The hose is partially flowing, which it wasn't last night, which is fine. The deep end when it comes to it. Everything is nicely buried. Nicely buried there. Now I'm going to leave this extra hose. This we're going to cover up with a feature. All the extra wires I've learned from my last mistake. It was a bit short, caused a bit of a problem. Now I'm leaving everything a bit long and putting them in a box or an old paint pot making some holes, and I'm going to dig a trench for the rest of it. The problem facing me now is, since the water flow is high, there is an escape of water from here. So all the weekend I'm going to cement it. It is a significant amount, but having watched it overnight, the drop wasn't that significant simply because everything saturated with rain yesterday. Fixed all the leaks. And elevated with cement the edges because there's too much water coming out. And that's it now. And this is day 3. And you could just see the higher ledge and the water looks much clearer. The problem with the pump that because it's made specifically for pressurized filter, it didn't have a sponge within it, so I had to fit a sponge before the water goes in, because it was sucking some of the tadpoles, and the tadpoles have dwindled in number. There's only a few now. Well, a few hundred. It used to be thousands. Now it's just a few hundred. So we're going to have to look after them. And obviously there's other things like there's a beaker on. Anyway, pleased with this. Very pleased. A few pointers. I had to re-cement this and elevate it so the black line was seen, but I don't mind. I had to re-cement this because the water level has gone up with a much more powerful pump. Readjusted the rock on top of that. Had to re-cement this and elevated like an inch, and now water loss is 0. As for the pump for the filter, I had to undo these again, the clips, and I used what's it called, PTFT, the one we use to prevent leaks in taps and things, because any other way it just kept leaking. So I just put a bit on and then tied it up again, and all done. Wires in a box, and just put some pebbles to make sure that I know where it is. The wire's completely buried all the way through, and then I lost steam once I came here. I'll do that another day. So overall, I'm going to do a bit of reading. And enjoy the sound. Thank you for watching. Day 4. May look the same, but definitely clearer. At the end of the day, but it is clearer. I think that's why it's dropping away like that. Bit of tidying up on the back. This one's weekend. elevated the ground level a little, so buried this a bit more. Still no leaks or anything. And on the weeding. And cement here. Should go over to the other side. By fall, should be finished. Single drop of leak, which is very good. Evening time, so you get the mosquitoes. Otherwise, the entire project cost the pump, which is 260 all-inclusive pump and filter and hose and clips and all the rest. I was quoted £630 to be fitted, in addition to any damage that may be repaired or cement cost or what have you. So basically 6 hours work over 2 days, job completed for half the price, and I enjoyed it. I don't know everything about the pump, so any repairs or any maintenance I'll be doing. Yes, it's worth doing it yourself. It's not that difficult, and warranty on the pump is 2 years, so can't go wrong.